Well, I bought this 2008 Nissan Xterra, mostly because it's a 6-speed and it has a hitch, and I couldn't find one of these. Now here's the problem. Can you see close? There's dry rot in here, so all of these tires aren't going to pass an inspection. So I need another set of wheels. I'm thinking wheels because people buy the Xterras and they take off the stock wheels. So here's what I got planned. We are here, let's say. There is a set of wheels. Actually, if you go south, yeah, now you know where we're going. If you go south to a major city and this way, this is about 200 miles. That's where I live most of the time. This is the workshop down here. If you're returning and you go this way, right about here, there's a guy that wanted $200 for Xterra aluminum rims with some type of tires on them. I had the impression that the tires might be good, so that was going to be my first choice. 2 weeks ago I was here and I was coming home late at night. I would have reached this guy about midnight. Wasn't going to work, so before I even left I told him I wouldn't be able to make it. He said first come first serve, which I said of course, of course, of course. Then I also found right about here a set of metal rims, also Xterra, with tires. What was neat is they were $125. Now aluminum looks a lot nicer than these steel wheels, but I'm not about the looks. I need to work. Looks will come later. I myself am an extremely good looking person, so my cars don't need to look good. So I set sail and I'm gonna go here first, and ironically when you make this trip to the workshop you pass a cool little town on the water with a bridge, and there's someone there that has a set of aluminum rims for I think it's $100. So my thinking is go here, buy these, go here, buy these, go here, unload all of those, and then return back and pick these up. So that's the plan. Isn't this nice? That's left out for the UPS and the delivery guys. So we're at our first stop. We, as in you all and me. And these are wheels off of an Xterra. And so we are picking these wheels up and loading them up. I kind of knew the size of these wheels, but look, this is going to be quite a tower of a stack, so to speak. The reason I say that is I have yet another stop to take a look at some other wheels too. We shall see. It's a nice day. Pretty good tread. I have a strong suspicion that whoever sold the Xterra to this person selling me the wheels and tires probably put newer tires on it to make the sale go better. And this person is got a new cool set of wheels. Well, we've bought the Xterra wheels. The grass is always greener. Ever heard that? I like this place right here. And there's our load. The funny thing is, I have another set of wheels to go pick up. Or should I say just visit. I don't know that we're gonna have room for them. Looks like the type of place that would have ice cream. Come on, let's go in, my treat. I don't know a lot about customizing cars and lawn furniture, but I think this is some of that airbag dropped lawn furniture. I stopped to check the straps. Everything's tight. Trailer's fine. These I'm lending to a friend. I think I mentioned that before. Tractor looks good. All in all, we look like regular tourists. In fact, if you didn't look really close, you'd think this was a rental car parked here. We're not far from the Chesapeake Bay, so we have lighthouses. It's a very welcoming culture around here. See the crab? And we have plenty of nature. We have all sorts of wild animals in this area. Wow, look right there. There goes an LS swap mechanic. Well, the plan didn't quite work out the way I wanted it. You saw how we picked up these wheels. We, that's you and I, you watching, me picking up. And by the way, I picked these things up that day and loaded them. Then I unloaded them. Then the next day I had to move them 3 times before they were back on the trailer and ready to go. And I had to move 2 washing machines, a 3rd washing machine, a stove. I had to go to the scrapyard with this stuff. I went too early to the scrapyard. I traded my 2 stoves for what was to be a working washing machine, and I thought, that's a deal. Seeing how I was headed to a house to try to pull a washing machine out of one house that's not being used and give it to a tenant who needed one, yada yada yada, yada yada yada. And then later on, when I accomplished all that, I moved a whole bunch of cast iron saws. There's a video about that coming up. And I moved those saws. I was already zonked, and then the riding mower broke, and I was pushing that on and off the trailer. And then I can't remember oh, this chalkboard. For weeks I've wanted to move this chalkboard, and I moved it. But that thing weighs a ton. 4x8 chalkboard with 2 extra sliding drawers ahead of it. We're talking crazy weight. When I had it on the cart, I thought, if this thing drops, I'm a goner. There's no way they're gonna find me pancaked under this thing. But I digress. That was a pretty long day. 5 in the morning until about 1:30 the next morning, and it was all lifting. If I wasn't lifting, I was driving. Anyway, so back to this. These are the wheels that we ended up with. The lady that we were supposed to see in that cool town by the water spaced. I should explain what all this is. I was headed over to change the wheels on the Xterra. I'm gonna take the ones I don't need off, put them in storage in a container. I want this stuff out of sight, out of mind. I don't want anyone to have to look at it. And I see an estate sale. It's Friday afternoon. I think estate sale, that's just what I need. So I bought all of this. I use linseed oil. I do a lot of work on doors, and I use linseed oil on the bottom and tops in case the painters don't get them. A friend of mine texted this morning, said he needed 2 light bulbs. They were at the estate sale. So is that gas can. We're going to be moving an old Ford truck which is not getting fuel, so we might use that. And then another friend, she needed power steering fluid. I saw this there. I grabbed that for her. Gonna give out all these oils. I use this. Gonna give away all of this. And then I saw these pumps. These pumps would have been handy when my gas tank goofed up. Anyway, got all this, and you want to guess how much I paid? Don't guess high. I did see this and I like this, so I paid $1 for this and got all of that plus that plywood for free. The lady was very nice, and she's moving to what's it called, Martha's Vineyard. So I think this is kind of not important to her at this point. I never knew how this worked. Those are the what holds the cap, and these will snug the wheel. So you can snug the wheel and then add the cap in the last 3. Huh. You guys all know that. I didn't. My wheels are steel, and they use a good metal nut, and that's all that's needed. Nuts and steel. I'm thinking, wow, this is going quickly. And you're thinking, where's the second jack? The safety jack.
Yeah, I'm up to almost up to 3 running vehicles again. The Jeep's back up and running. The AC even works. And the brakes work, which was the main reason it was parked.
So my sea container is there, there, and there. This one is full of my friend's stuff. This one is the one I'm trying to get to, and I organized the other day. But these scrappers, they got their stuff everywhere. And these tow truck drivers, I gotta get through that little space to get to my container. with this and that and that. Let's give it a roll, see what happens. What do you think? Maybe a running start?
All set. I took the nicest lug nuts, the nicest caps, and switched out all 4 wheels. Ordered new wiper blades, and we are ready to fly for state inspection. Thank you everybody for watching, and thank you to the kind person that sold me these wheels.